This is a boxing video for the kiddies. This game is called The Seventh Guest. Now this game is fantastically made by trilobyte, or better words, trilobyte or trilobyte or whatever you like to call it. It's made by that company apparently. And it is published by Virgin, which speaks my language. Nah, not really. But it pretty much speaks my language nonetheless. So, alright. The Seventh Guest. A game that was made for a couple platforms as well as exclusively on the PC. CD-ROM. Now this is the first game that utilized stop-motion video with old school games in 1993. It was really good for its time to see this in most entertaining media. Really good nonetheless. Nonetheless. I'm gonna keep on going like this and like this. Anyway, alright, this is pretty much an unboxing video. I pre-opened it so that way it's easier for my hand to access the content. Now what I'm focusing on in here is the disc, the physical game disc. Now I got a piece of paper in it obviously to keep it pushed down, but the box art and all that, it tells a good storyline, but I think the discs really tell an excellent storyline as well. Very mystical, very nice disc art. It's like really simplistic, nice artwork. Beautiful. Also has the Henry Stoff in the back, which has a big ass piece of paper on him. But I'll show you guys. It's an inverted picture of Stoff, pretty much. Really fantastic. These are the original edition of the game. As you can tell here in a second what I'm about to show you. It is pretty interesting bookcase, or a case nonetheless, but I'm probably going to have to swap this out for another disc case in a little while because the little centers there, little bits there kind of broke apart and they don't keep discs in it anymore, so that's why I have paper in there to keep it all snug. It also came with this typical, right away to get sent away. And, you had all that, paid $129, screw that. But, had the warranty, had the help and hint tips, booklet thingy here, little paper. Helped you type out things correctly, creating a boot disk. And I think that was kind of funny, a boot disk. But nonetheless, alright, what it came with was one of these, which is a Stoff Files book. It contained information, little newspaper clippings and all that. It's really, pardon me, really cool. And just showing you like a page or two. It had little pertained clippings. It's sort of like the clippings you would probably see out of those books for Common San Diego, as well as the Castle of Dr. Brain or the Island of Dr. Brain, stuff like similar to that or this. I have two of these books. One of them was originally from the old school one I used to own. Sadly, lost the disc somewhere while moving. Couldn't find it, so I had to get a new one and got it for Christmas. Really fantastic. So keep those two in the box at the same time, so that way they're both kept properly. Comes with the manual. Really nice manual. It's simplistic. It has a lot of details, a lot of troubleshooting. So, because back in the day, guys, believe it or not, we did not have no live support, quite like we have today, where it was somewhat free and reasonable. With this, if you had to call a 900 number, that would have cost you something, But with this, it broke it down, helped you out a little bit, said it was pretty much your fault, just like how the books of those people from India as well as people from wherever locally where you may live would tell you the same thing. It's probably your fault, you're an idiot, and stop calling our establishment, please. That's pretty much how they sum it all up. But kidding aside, really have too many troubles with tech support nonetheless. But, alright. Now we got this right here, which I think is kind of the gem. I thought was an interesting thing to it too, was the VHS. Now, I was thinking about, putting this on YouTube, the whole entire thing. Comes with really awesome box art. That's a doll right there if you didn't know. It's one of the dolls that was utilized in the storyline, which Stoff made dolls, killed young children, and he made puzzles that made people really sick. It was like a plague. it's a really grotesque and interesting storyline nonetheless. If you look it up online, it's probably some fan fiction as well around there somewhere. But ignore that and focus on the main storyline at hand. You know, it has the inverted staff again, the making of the seventh guest, which I might put this up on YouTube. I'm gonna make sure it's under fair use and all that too. I'll do that at some point in the future. That's only if people are interested in it. I'll do it. It's gonna take me, just recording it pretty much and putting it up on YouTube. That's pretty much it. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video. I mean, this is what came with the box, of course, was the VHS, which I thought was pretty cool at the time. It's sort of how a lot of game developers do their stuff nowadays as well, where they, put their these special edition DVDs in there. But in this case, it was the VHS, so that was a pretty classy thing nonetheless. So, alright. I hope you guys are curious enough to go look up this game because I wouldn't recommend it enough. If you guys can find it through means of, sadly, torrent or other means, please, I assure you that you will not be disappointed with this game. It is actually really fun if you can get past the cliche and B-movie style actors, which I'm being dead serious, they're really, really, really not that great, but that's just a really, if you were to put your mind back in 1993, you'd look at this and go, yeah, that was cool for its time. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be putting up more videos soon. And Danny Wonder will return after his commercial break.